Is it worth buying MultiPass if you're not going to make it to Disneyland or Disney's California Adventure until the afternoon, let alone on a weekend? Come along, let's find out and let's slay it! Biscuits, this is my very first vlog from Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure. Yeah! And what better of a way to start it off than with a Genie Plus MultiPass, than with a MultiPass challenge. These are some of my favorite days. I have not had a MultiPass day in a long time, so it's time to shake off the rust and get to stepping. It is currently 11:38 a.m. on a Saturday, and I've never really done a challenge on a weekend, and today's going to be the ultimate day because looking at the entrances to both parks, the crowds are starting to pick up. There is a massive convention in town, so today is really going to be a battle. But before we get into it, let's talk about some of the rules for MultiPass here on the West Coast. MultiPass here functions like Genie Plus used to for both of the coasts, which is a massive slay! I miss this system. I love this system. I'm not the biggest fan of MultiPass in Florida, but I'm going to have to give that a try again. But here, you have to physically scan into either park before, in most cases, you can purchase MultiPass, let alone make your first reservation. So sometimes on those busier days, if you don't scan in until later, those times are going to be out. So I've actually already scanned into California Adventure, purchased MultiPass, and booked my first ride, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. But y'all, I wasn't able to get a return time until 5:30 p.m. But we are absolutely not waiting until 5:30 p.m. to get on Guardians of the Galaxy. We are going to grab some food because I am hungry and it's time to eat. And then we are going to get started with our refresh game, which is essentially pulling up that tip board and refreshing the times to see if we can catch an earlier time that pops up. After we finish grabbing a bite at one of my favorite places, Earl of Sandwich, and having an earlier lightning lane to get on Guardians of the Galaxy, once we get into the park and we book those lightning lanes that are a little bit further out, we are going to double up on attractions. We are going to refresh while we are in line for an attraction that does not have lightning lane access to hopefully double up on the rides that we are able to get on throughout the day. However, sometimes you're really lucky, you get an earlier time to pop up, to which some cases, if the line I'm in is long, I will get out of the lane to redeem the lightning lane so we can get right back to booking. But let's see how it goes. Again, the crowds are really coming in. It is going to be a battle and a challenge, but one of my best and worst traits, Dares, is that I'm the most competitive person out there. So let's do it! One of the best places to eat at Disney, period. This is typically always my order. I do the Greek salad, the tomato soup, which comes with these like bread chunk croutons that are delicious, and then I have no idea how this brookie got in here, but I'm so excited! McDonald's made this trendy before the Kardashians did, just saying. Biscuits with a mouthful of salad and a phone in the other hand. With one swipe, I was able to refresh our 5 to 12:20. It is almost 12 noon. This very rarely happens, let alone on one swipe, but I'm not even trying. So as soon as we get into the park, we're going to be able to head over to Guardians of the Galaxy. And while we're on the way, I will explain the art of refreshing and just what you have to do to have that fast finger in order to get that attraction if an earlier time pops up. But this is such a slay! I cannot say it enough. Earl of Sandwich is one of my favorite places to get food in all of Disneyland resorts. And that bake shop brookie had no business being as good as it was. Oh my biscuits, it was unbelievable. Get the Greek salad, get the tomato soup, and get that bake shop brookie because, wow! It's 12:10 p.m. We just get into California Adventures, which means in 5 minutes we can scan into Guardians of the Galaxy. So while we're walking over to the attraction, let's talk about some more ins and outs of Lightning Lane MultiPass. Yes, 5 and dime! Singing a song, and the red rum come bobbing along. So to recap, here at Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure, you cannot buy and or reserve your first lightning lane until you physically scan into the park that you are beginning at. The earlier you get to the park, the better your chances for getting that lightning lane return time for the top attractions that are sometimes harder to get later in the day. The later you get into the park, the more you're going to have to battle for them. So keep that in mind if you're going to be coming into the park late like we did today. Of course, we cannot forget about the dreaded 2-hour rule, which basically means that you cannot reserve another lightning lane until 2 hours pass, or you have physically scanned in for the ride that you have reserved. Now, kicking off the 2-hour rule isn't always a bad thing because it allows you to do other things in the park, like go on rides that don't have lightning lane, to grab lunch, to go see shows like 5 and dime. So kicking off the 2-hour rule isn't always a bad thing because it does force you to slow down a little bit and to do something a little bit different. Thank you. Now you might already be asking yourself, Jeremy, you can get an earlier lightning lane time? Yes you can, and this is how. By going into the modify feature and bringing up this screen and pulling down and refresh it. Every now and then, if you're lucky, an earlier time will pop up, and if you're quick to the draw, you can get it. Refreshing out for a later time is always going to be easier, but sometimes you can get an earlier time to pop up. Sometimes it's like you just saw right there. I went from 240 to 230, and let's see if we can get that up even more to something with a 1, or even better with a 12. To find the modify feature, you're going to start on the home page here, and then you're going to scroll down to today's plan, which is, hopefully if the signal, yes, is going to bring you right to here. And if you scroll down a little bit, you will see there's my booking for the lightning lane. You're going to click on those 3 dots. We're going to hit modify plan, and there it is, right to the modify page, and you can start pulling down and refreshing for those earlier times. This is a little bit of a victory. Admittedly so, Toy Story Mania can be the most difficult lightning lane to get, so there's some progress. We're up to 155. Let's see if we can get it up a little bit earlier, but for now, it's time to get on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Yeah! I am so hoping for free ride. Come on, free ride!
My dear friends, this is the moment you have been waiting for.
That is my second time in a row getting Burning Love, which honestly, I'm not mad at it for a couple reasons. Number 1, the song has grown on me. Number 2, it might be the best out of all of the cycles, if I'm being completely honest. The cycle is so good. And my favorite thing about I have so many favorite things about Guardians. This is my favorite Disney World, period, is that every time you ride it, it's a different experience. It's the same with like the Tower of Terrors, where especially when you're riding with people for the first time that have no idea what the attraction does, the reactions are priceless. I love this ride. I love this attraction, and every time I get to ride it, it is an amazing day. But y'all, we got some work to do. We were able to get Toy Story down to 155 from 240, which is a really, really good start, but let's see if we can get it down even more. As we leave Avengers Campus and are still refreshing for that earlier Toy Story line, we are going to head to one of my favorite attractions, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. I'm sure, I haven't checked the tip board yet, but it can't be more than like a 15 to 20 minute wait, and that gives us time to not only refresh, but get on one of the most fun rides here at DCA. So let's head on over to Mater's, and then it's about coffee o'clock, y'all. I've had one this morning, but we're going to need a second one and some espresso to keep catapulting us through the day, because we got a long day ahead and we're getting every attraction that we can, so we're gonna have to be caffeinated in order to do it, biscuits. Toy Story Mania just keeps going further and further out. It's at 3:15, but y'all, we got this. We're gonna get it. Something with a 1, maybe even a 12. Mater's is currently showing about a 20-minute wait, which admittedly so is a little longer than I would usually wait for this attraction, but again, we've got nothing but time while we're refreshing. If we're able to pop an earlier time, we'll get out of line and we'll head over to Mania. It is 1:06 p.m. and we are on Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. We have not had any luck refreshing for Toy Story Mania. We are still at 155. We can scan it for 150, but for now, let's enjoy Mater's. Woo! Oh, here comes a big one! Ah! Biscuits, please promise me that you are not going to skip Mater's Junkyard Jamboree when you come to California Adventure. But as we are now walking over to the pier, my goodness, the Lunar New Year has been in full swing, and on the weekends, especially in the afternoons and evenings, it gets exceptionally crowded and busy here. That's not necessarily reflected in the queue times per se, though the longer the afternoon gets, the busier it does get. That is always typical with Disneyland and California Adventure, but we're still, amidst trying to refresh, I usually don't throw into the towel until the last possible minute, but for now, we are going to get out of one of the attractions over here, maybe the Silly Symphony Swing. We are going to continue past Jumpin' Jellyfish because, as you can see, it has quite the lengthy line. I'm going to say at least 20 minutes or so. Goofy Sky School right now, currently at a 35-minute wait, but hopefully we will pull a lightning lane to get on that, and it will be the only time this trip we go on it. We're going to do Silly Symphony Swings. The line isn't that bad. It's only on the stairs, so let's hop in line while we are still continuing to refresh for our lives for Toy Story Mania. Silly Symphony Swings, check, and now we're gonna walk over towards Toy Story Mania. An earlier time at this point probably is not going to pop up, and that is just fine. We are still gonna keep trying. But in the meantime, we're also gonna pop into Bing Bongs. I haven't been into Bing Bongs in a while. Let's scope it out, see if they have anything new, any new merch, and we're gonna do our best to get out of here without buying something, which is always hard to do. One of the things I've yet to try yet here at Bing Bongs are the slushy drinks. They have a spicy one, I'm pretty sure that has like tahini and chamoy that's based on the Inside Out 2 characters, and I need to get over here and try these at some point very soon. Thankfully, I am not seeing anything new, but can we talk about just how gorgeous of a candy display this is? It's incredible. Hi, Woody! How are you? Yes! Oh, thank you, Woody. Love you. This is currently the line for Toy Story Mania at 1:30. And that's the thing with DCA, and one of the reasons why I enjoy coming here in the mornings. The mornings before 11 can be very slow. You can accomplish a lot in a short period of time, but especially with the festivals that are going on, it gets very crowded at park hop time at 11, and then even more so into the afternoon. So keep that in mind when you're coming to Disneyland and California Adventure. I have been working on my next plan of attack, looking at the tip board, and right now the ride that is reserving out the furthest, aside from Guardians, which I've already done, is actually Soarin'. So I believe my next ride reservation is going to be Soarin' as soon as we scan in the next 8 minutes.
Oh, well, some of you have. Who likes the part where you toss the rings on the little green man?
Time to scan in for Lightning Lane number 2, Midway Mania. Thank you. And now immediately we are on the tip board. We're going to go down to Soarin', and we are going to get booked in for Soarin'. Let's see if an earlier time pops up. Oh, I forgot to confirm my party earlier, 4:10. All right, so now we got some work to do. Let's try to get that down from 4:10. It's always better to be safe. I saw a 3:35 picked up, so we grabbed that just to be safe, but now we are going to get right back to refreshing. Let's see if we can get something with it too. Change of decision, since we're right next to Incredicoaster, a 2:20 popped up, so we're going to hold on to that, and then after Mania, head on over and get on Incredicoaster. Slay! Every minute counts. We will be able to scan in for Incredicoaster as soon as we get off of Toy Story Mania. Let's go! All right, Biscuits, let's go. We gotta lock it in. Let's go for that high score. I'm gonna get into the 200s. Let's do it. I didn't get anywhere near the bonuses I needed to get into the 200s. We're gonna probably be in like the mid 100s, but for my first time in a while, not too bad. Let's see what we got. All right. Honestly, 191 without a lot of the bonuses, that's not bad at all. I will take it. Slay! Oh, how adorable. She forgot to turn on her microphone. Is anybody surprised? Not really. Story Mania, blah, blah, blah. Trying to build myself up and justify my score, blah, blah, blah. I love eating food, puppies, long watches on the beach, and excessively using the word slay. I'm currently slaying Genie Plus, MultiPass, my bad. What dating apps do you recommend? I fear I'm going to be single the rest of my life and continue to have to make videos saying into the room where none of the magic happens. Please help us sis out. Thank you. Oh, my biscuits, it's time to scan in for Incredicoaster slay. Oh, my biscuits, part 2, the remix. Look at this massive line we're skipping. Thanks, Genie. Oh, MultiPass. Oh, she may not be able to use a microphone, but she came prepared with her GoPro slay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right before boarding Incredicoaster, I held Soarin for 525. It is currently the ride that is showing out the furthest. So while we are waiting to see if we can pull an earlier time here, we're going to head over to one of my favorite stands in all of DCA. It is beyond Joffrey's o'clock, so we are going to stop right here at the cappuccino cart. Normally I would try to mobile order, which I may do when I do get in the line, as it's a little bit long right now, but we need a cold brew with a shot of espresso right now to power us through to the rest of the day. Let's go! Coffee's gonna have to wait because right as I turned off the camera, I was able to pull this 255 and it is currently 240, so we are on our way to Soarin. And then this is the line I'm currently about to skip for Soarin. I'm gonna say it's probably between 35 and 45 minutes, but for us to be able to get on right away, total slay. And time to scan in. Yeah! But then we can't get comfortable, biscuits, because we got to get right to booking that next attraction. Let's see. I'm going to book the first one, Goofy Sky School, for 440. We're just going to use that as a hold right now. Okay, we're going to hold that and then modify potentially for Web Slingers or a ride that is showing out further. Web Slingers right now has the longest time out, so we modified over to that, and we are going to try to refresh that to see if we can get it. But remember, Web Slingers does have a single rider line that can be really convenient, but y'all, there's no half-stepping. We're not doing that. We are getting every single lightning lane in this park, and then we're going to go for every single lightning lane over at Disneyland. So let's get it, biscuits.
Purses, hats, and of course, these little beauties.
Biscuits, we are off Soarin, and I ran into a few friends, so I have just been getting to chat and catch up with them, which has been fantastic, and it worked out for the better, because if you remember, we booked Web Slingers for, I think it was almost 6 o'clock, and I just went and played the refresh game a little bit, and we got 4:05 to pop up. I'm pretty sure it's 4 o'clock right now, so we're going to head over to Web Slingers. That is our biggest slay of the day.
As long as they don't get into
One of my favorite things to do is to come down here and just take in the entirety of the pier with a coffee. Now, it's a little chilly, it's a little overcast, it looks like it could honestly rain at any second, but I will oftentimes just come and find a bench and sit, enjoy a coffee, maybe a pastry, and just take this all in. It's one of my favorite views in any Disney park. So when we come to Disney, there is so much work, there's so much effort that goes into making a day like this possible. And oftentimes we forget to just kind of like take a step back and slow down and realize where we are. Please promise me that on your Disney vacation, you are going to grab a Joffrey's, you're going to find a bench, and you are just going to take in the view and slow down and people watch and enjoy it, because it's truly something so magical and so special. So with that, y'all, one sip, here we go. Honestly, I'm a little concerned. I judge my coffees based on how light or how dark they are, and she's showing a little light. She's reading like iced tea. We would have needed another shot in this, but we're gonna give her a try. Let's see how she is. Here we go. Oh yeah, she's really weak. Oh, she's really, really weak, but that's okay. That's okay. This is why I do the cold brew with a shot of espresso from Schmoozie's, because 2 shots and a lot of water doesn't do it for me. Oh no, Goofy Sky School went down. Oh no. Still counts, we're counting it, Biscuits, but we are gonna go use this redemption over at Monsters Inc, which has a pretty late callback time. I wanna say it's around 5:40 right now, so we are gonna go scan into Monsters Inc and walk all the way back to basically where we just were, and then we are gonna book Little Mermaid, and that's gonna complete everything over here at DCA, which is amazing. It looked a little... We are scanned in over here at Monsters Inc. and then we were able to get a pretty much immediate return time over to Little Mermaid for 4:45. It's 4:44 right now, but then remember, they do have a buddy pass here over at Monsters Inc. So basically a buddy pass is filling in available space in a vehicle that has an odd number and that can allow it. Buddy pass does not mean that it's necessarily going to be expedited, but in a lot of cases it will be. So if you want to try the buddy pass, you can talk to a cast member out front. They will give you a little slip of paper and then you'll go through the exit. Sometimes there's a little bit of a wait, they'll line you up against the wall, and then when space becomes available in one of the vehicles, they will board you in. Oh, I am so glad that we are skipping this line right now. My goodness. Biscuits, we are in a state of speed walk sachet right now over to Little Mermaid. I just checked the tip board over at Disneyland, and a lot of those heavy-hitting attractions are showing out past 10 p.m. 11:20 right now for Indiana Jones is the latest. All we have to do is get it booked. That's all we have to do. We have to scan in, get it booked, and then we can try to refresh from there. If it goes out, which it's going to very, very quickly, then it's going to be a little bit trickier. But again, just because rides show out doesn't mean that they will not pop up again. It's just a little bit trickier. So let's try to speed walk our way over to Little Mermaid, get scanned in, and see if we can hold on Indiana Jones before it goes out. Ah! Thank you. All right, we gotta book, ah, wrong button, we gotta book. Oh no, I keep hitting the wrong thing, We gotta breathe. Oh no, we're on the wrong park, Indy. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I passed it. Where is it? There we go, 11:25. Okay, oh, we got a book. Okay, we at least got it. Okay, we at least got Indiana Jones, so we can work with that and try to refresh it to an earlier time. Let's go! And just like that, 8 lightning lanes done with our first one. What time was it? Around like 12:20? I can't even remember. But that's pretty decent, especially on a day that it is super buku bonkers, nutso insano crowded here at both of the parks. And I want to preface this happened a long time ago, dear. We're no longer prefacing. I just want to say that though this is really fun for me, it's the ultimate game. Again, I am so competitive. I am overly competitive. I love to compete, and this is the ultimate game. That doesn't mean that I necessarily recommend that you do this on your Disney day, because as you see, it requires a lot of effort and a lot of patience, and it can be very distracting. So if you're here by yourself, slay, refresh for the gods, yeah! But if you're here with friends, you know, book out that 2-hour window, do some other things, go on some other rides. But if y'all are all in it to win it, then y'all better refresh together, take turns, and see how many you can get in. But again, I don't necessarily recommend that you spend your day like this, but it's really fun. Biscuits, I was so hungry I forgot to show you my Earl of Sandwich. But when a time pops up, I will see it immediately. Oh. Let's go! Let's go! That very rarely ever happens when I'm recording. It's 5:57, Biscuits. We gotta go. We got Indy to get on. Yeah! What a way to start our evening in Disneyland, Biscuits. We are currently speedwalk sashaying our way down Main Street to get to Indy, and to get that is big. Indiana Jones, especially later in the afternoon, is the hardest lightning lane to get. We've still got some really difficult ones ahead, y'all. Space Mountain, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Roger Rabbit, all of those are very close to showing out, but what we just got was time. So scanning in is gonna give us some time to try to at least knock out a couple of those. If we can somehow get Runaway Railway, Space Mountain, and Roger Rabbit, I am confident that we might be able to get all of them tonight. Bye-bye. It is crowded tonight, y'all. Ah! Look at this line that we are skipping. That is unbelievable. We're pretty much gonna walk straight into the temple. This is incredible. To be safe, we just put a safety hold on Space Mountain in 1050, but y'all already know it's time to get to work.
And rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly.
Treasure of Mother, glittering gold. It is yours.
Wow, so it's 6:27. When I got into line for Indy, this whole thing was packed. Biscuits, more progress has been made. We were just able to pull 850, which is good. It's 6:37, so we're just gonna keep refreshing. I just ordered a coffee that I haven't gotten in a long time. We're heading over to Docking Bay 7 to get the Black Cap Cold Brew, one of my least favorite coffees, but we're gonna give it a try because people keep telling me that it is still their favorite. So we're gonna give it another try. But well, here she is. We're gonna start with the Cocoa Pebbles on top because can you really go wrong with like a sweet cold foam and Cocoa Pebbles? I don't think so. These are not Cocoa Pebbles, are they? They are. No. Yes, they are. They are not Cocoa Pebbles. What y'all, what are these called again? So I can't even, I'm getting like chocolate kicks. Anyway, here we go. Okay, now that is Davoon. Ooh. I will take a bowl of the sweet cream foam and the cereal and be very, very happy. That's good. All right, let's finish that. And then let's just take a sip of the coffee. Here we go.
See you guys later. Where do you want to go?
Meh, the coffee's fine.
They make it look like
That one?
Meh, it's okay. It's really not very strong. It's kind of similar to the Americano that I had. It's a decent cold brew. It's not overly bold or overly strong. It's relatively light medium, but the star of the show is definitely going to be the sweet cream and the cereal. But am I going to get this again? No, but I'm glad we tried it again. All right, off we go. Biscuits, not only did Big Thunder Mountain Railroad just reopen from being down as I was walking past, I refreshed to 7 p.m. Look what time it is. It is currently 6:53 p.m. Let's go! So let's get a ride in on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and then we're going to head over to scan in for our ride on Space Mountain. I have had some of the most unbelievable sleigh of the days in terms of the return times that I have gotten, and some great luck. So I'm really optimistic that I'm going to be able to pull all of the major hitters tonight in the park. It was so good to get on Big Thunder. Big Thunder at night, must do. I've never done a firework ride on Big Thunder Mountain here, only in Florida, but I would love to, especially because there is such a good view of the fireworks from that area. There's a little spot back there. Oh my, y'all, the line right now for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is so insane. There's a spot in the back that I like to watch the fireworks back there near the entrance of Galaxy's Edge, and I can imagine that seeing the fireworks from Big Thunder here would be so magical and so much fun. So on the list of things to do for sure. But y'all, we gotta once again speed walk sashay our way over to Space Mountain because time. Yo, we have made it to space, and I just got a glimpse of the line up there. It is massive. That could potentially be the Lightning Lane line. I am not sure. We're gonna have to see once we get up there. Standby is saying 50 minutes, but that looks like some overflow for the Lightning Lane. Oh, we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be quicker than the standby, so let's see once we get up there. Easily my favorite attraction at Disneyland, tied with Tiana's, but the water factor just notches Tiana's down a little bit. I love this attraction. We gotta go, we stand in, we gotta book, gotta book, gotta book, gotta book. Let's see if we can at least put a hold on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. If it still has times available, it could be out. Matterhorn, Mickey and Minnie's 10:40. Okay, so we're at least gonna get a hold, hopefully. Okay, oh, it went up to 11:05, so we at least have a hold on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but now it's time to get to work. But look at the standby queue right now for Space Mountain. That's gonna be longer than 50 minutes compared to the Lightning Lane right now, y'all. We got so lucky. Hands down, my favorite ride in Disneyland, tied with Tiana's, except this wins because it's lacking the water factor, and it looked like the single rider line was really short, so let's go see if we can get on again, especially since we still have to refresh for an early Lightning Lane for Runaway Railway. Just kidding, single rider is currently over here, so we are going to continue on our way to find a dry spot since it's raining to refresh for an earlier time. Now, Biscuits, I can't really pretend to know how gambling works, so here's what I'm going to say. We're going to bet it all on the clubs. So we had Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that we were working on refreshing. I refreshed and I saw an 8:15 for a Haunted Mansion pop up. Now, here's the risk. That Haunted Mansion is not going to come back up. But that's not a bad thing, because if it doesn't come up, then we are going to be given a redemption. And I think Haunted Mansion is a pretty high tier. So if Haunted Mansion doesn't come up and we do get that redemption, we should be able to go over and use that at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, all the other scenario, Haunted Mansion comes back up and we go on Haunted Mansion, we scan in at 8:10, and then we try to book again for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Mickey and Minnie's is now showing out past 11. The chances of us making it about another 35 to 45 minutes without Mickey and Minnie's going out is pretty slim. But again, it doesn't mean that it's not going to not come back, but it's just going to be a little bit trickier in terms of trying to access it. It is 8:13, we are scanned in and in the Lightning Lane for Haunted Mansion. We are going to be walking into the mansion any second. I held Buzz Lightyear for 8:15, so we'll be able to ride that as soon as we get off. But y'all, the rain might have different ideas. I'm wearing a denim jacket, I'm wearing gym shoes. I am not equipped for the rain. So if it continues to rain, I don't know if I'm going to tough it out, but we'll see. We're at least going to do Buzz Lightyear after we get off Mansion. I don't know if it rained harder when we were in the mansion or not, but there is a lot more water on the ground, like borderline standing water on the ground. My goodness. And also, as you can see, it is very crowded for Fantasmic. We're about a half hour out. There are people up on the Pirates Bridge, and then there are people over here that had their dining reservations. But something that is good for you to note is that it is seating only. So if you're going to do the Fantasmic dining package, it is seating only. I did not know that going in. So for me to sit on the ground for long periods of time, very, very uncomfortable. So keep that in mind when you're doing the Fantasmic dining package, seating only. And if for whatever reason you're here on a day that it rains, I would hate for you to be sitting on the ground that is wet, let alone if it's cold. So keep that in mind if you're going to be doing the Fantasmic dining. Also, Biscuits, I'm not going to say this too loud. I don't think Fantasmic's happening tonight. So right here is a huge tower with all of the lighting for Fantasmic, and it's still down in the ground, which 30 minutes before showtime, not a good thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it cancels. Ugh, I would feel so bad for these people, especially that we're waiting in the rain and sitting on the wet ground. Oh no! I hope I'm wrong. Oh, and it's 20 minutes before Fantasmic right now. But again, what do I know? I have no idea when the tower comes up and goes back down prior to the show. I did clock at World of Color a couple days ago that the speakers came up out of the ground, I want to say around 45 minutes to an hour prior to the show. I am not exactly sure. So maybe just with the rain, they're on a little bit of a hold and keeping them underground. I don't know. These are this is the inner workings that I would pay to get to know. If you could like shadow a supervisor or a manager or someone for a day just to learn the inner workings of the park, that would be so fascinating to me. And I honestly think it would sell out all the time, but that's just me. Let's see if she screws again. That is one of the best screams I've heard, and I'm pretty sure her husband's laughing at her, which makes it all the more hilarious. Oh my god, I love it. Scanning in for Buzz, and then just for funsies, we're gonna go over to the tip board. Thank you, have a great night. Thank you. Just for funsies, we're gonna go over to the tip board. We're gonna scroll down to Star Tours. Where is it? Star Tours, and then we're gonna hold that because there's a return time right now. And maybe we'll just hop on this as well as soon as we finish this. It's right across from us, so might as well.
This robotic army is stealing the Starlight Fusion power cells.
It was going so well until it wasn't. I was slaying for the first half, and then all of a sudden I wasn't hitting a thing. My goodness. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Here's a look at the available lightning lanes right now. Autopia right now. Buzz Lightyear we just did. Big Thunder we already did. Let's see. Haunted Mansion we did that, but has 10:30. 10:05 for Matterhorn. We are not doing that. Runaway Railway is closed due to getting ready for the fireworks. Falcon has right now. Pirates has right now. Space Mountain somehow has a 9:05, but if I were to refresh, that would go away. Star Tours, we're doing that right now. Tiana's has right now. So still, especially right now with the fireworks and Fantasmic, a lot of available lightning lanes. I've seen a few videos on how to be the Rebel Spy. I have been the Rebel Spy twice, but by pure luck. So I'm going to try implementing a few of those things that I've learned from the videos to see if I have a chance of becoming the Rebel Spy. So I forgot to mention, I think that we are getting Mando and Grogu for the urgent transmission, but let's see!
You know I can't fly this thing. No, neither can you. We need a proper pilot. The transmission.
Battle is brewing and we can no longer stand in the shadows. We need your help.
Normally I would gladly be of service.
Head to the coordinates I am transmitting to you. This mission is dangerous. Be strong and courageous. This is the way. Stick that
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.
Now, Biscuits, the benefit to the rain, it is 15 minutes to fireworks, and look how empty it is. I don't think Fantasmic happened. I feel like I would still hear it or see it or something right now. My guess is that the stage and the set was just too wet for the performers, for the cast members to safely be able to do the show. So I'm guessing that it was canceled. I kind of want to walk a little bit closer to see, but it is very quiet here. Not many people staying for the fireworks, and they are going to be heading out, which means the last 2 hours tonight in the park until midnight are going to be very, very quiet. It's going to be a great night to be here, especially since the clouds look like they're parting. But Biscuits, we might be heading out of the exit with everybody else. And sure enough, Biscuits, Fantasmic got canceled, and I'm pretty sure the fireworks are canceled as well. They're just going to be doing Mickey's Mix Magic with the projections, which, you know, there is nothing you can do about the weather. I know how frustrating it is. I know that it's a total bummer, but safety always comes first. And here in California, the fireworks are always iffy. You know, it can never be a guarantee just because we have crazy, I say we as if I'm a local, there are crazy altitude winds here, especially this last week. The winds have been buku blockers not so insano. One show that's more of a guarantee, World of Color. I did have it canceled for the very first time, what was that, a couple days ago, due to really, really high winds, but it's very rare that I've been here and World of Color has ever gotten canceled, and in my opinion, it's the best show at the park, especially right now between the fireworks and Fantasmic. So I would say favor World of Color. You're going to have better luck with World of Color. Biscuits, that's going to do it for us tonight at Disneyland and California Adventure for our Lightning Lane Challenge. And I have to say, y'all, it was a total slay. I completely lost track of how many lightning lanes we got, but the best thing about that is I get to edit all of this together, and I'm going to have to count every single time. I know we have at least 8 at DCA, so I'm going to say we got somewhere around like 13 or 14. Hopefully we got a little more than that, maybe 15, but either way, I think it has been answered. If you're coming in the afternoon, and today was busy, very, very busy, but we were still able to pull every single lightning lane for every major attraction here between both parks. And if that doesn't define slay, y'all, I don't know what does. Before I go though, I'm gonna hop out to the exit and we're gonna break down one more time just what we did to be able to make today successful. You know, dears, it's actually really pretty and quite quiet here, so I think we're just gonna do our ending right here. Just a relatively modestly quick recap to our success of the day. Remember, here at Disneyland and California Adventure, you cannot buy or make your first Lightning Lane reservation until you physically scan into the park. And then as for the rules, you cannot book another Lightning Lane until either 2 hours have passed or you have scanned in for that Lightning Lane that you have booked. Over at California Adventure, I recommend booking in this order: Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, Toy Story Mania, Web Slingers, Monsters Inc, Soarin. Over here at Disneyland, I recommend doing Indiana Jones, Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion. Depending on the season, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be up there as well. And then Roger Rabbit is another one that tends to go out very quickly, in addition to Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Either way, the earlier you get to the park, the more access you're going to have to those lightning lanes. But please promise me that if you book a lightning lane first thing in the morning, it is a hold. You are not going to use it. The last thing I want you to do is to waste a lightning lane if you are rope dropping the park and using it at a line that is not there. So make that initial reservation, and then if you get to a ride and there isn't a line, ride the ride. And then you can modify the time as you need to. But ride the ride and use it as an opportunity to get on some of your favorite rides more than once. Ah! The fireworks are happening! I didn't think they were. I thought it was just going to be the projections! Thank you so much for coming along on my adventure today. As always, I'm Jeremy, and you can call me Jerendelle, and I will see you at the parks. Bye!